Hello everyone, I'm Nikun Goyal, the trainer and instructor for the cybersecurity in the network zone. And today we are going to discuss about practical demonstration of the Palo Alto Firewall from the beginning. In last video we discussed about policy and everything. Okay, in that you will find that there are multiple points. So it is I show you as a beginning and basic. Today we'll discuss all the separate points step by step in detail way. So you can see here in my screen again. Dashboard is already open for the Palo Alto Firewall. Okay, simple things you need to understand that for the firewall, main thing is zone. Okay, so first of all, I will take you in the network section. There you will find the zone. Second option, and by default there is no any zone. So especially I keep this for you so I can show you from the all scratch. So here you can click on the add button. You will type the zone name. Let's say here I am keeping LAN zone. And then type. Type we have multiple. This all option I will discuss step by step. But right now let's say I want firewall as a edge device. Where one side local network, LAN network and one side WAN network. Or one we can also use as a server DMZ. So for that we require layer 3 concept. So LAN zone name and layer 3 type. Other all option is there. Step by step we'll discuss guys, but right now these two things is minimum requirement and you can click on OK. So you will find here LAN zone is created. Okay, now whenever you create any zone, second thing you require that IP address. So right now you can see guys, it is a very simple thing. I just take one firewall, step by step I will take also other topology like router and I will make a real scenario in this series. Okay, but what? Remember, like in a real scenario, it's not like first you attach the firewall in your running topology, firewall is empty, and then you start configure. That will having lots of downtime because firewall taking time to configure. In real scenario, what you will find that separately, first configure the firewall according the required topology. You have the planning from your manager or IT admin or security admin. According that, you will do some configuration in firewall and then you will attach in the real topology. So in that consideration, I will do some basic configuration. So later I can attach directly this firewall in the running topology. So for that, I created right now LAN zone. That will be here. I will keep left side. For that LAN zone, let me specify here. LAN zone. And that I will keep local network. Let's say this way, 192.168 and 50 series. Okay. /24. So just for your understanding, I putting here. That means in this side, I will connect one interface that I will keep in the LAN zone and I will use this IP address. And if I want to manage the interface, we require a zone and IP address. So first I show you how to create zone. Now go to the object and here you will find first option addresses. Now one more thing also you can remember here guys. Generally in networking device what we have, first we go to the interface and then we run the command that IP address and subnet mask. Okay, but according this Palo Alto Firewall, what we have object. Separately, first we need to create whatever IP address we require and later you can go to the interface and you can attach that. So for that, I coming here in the addresses. Again, you can click on add. You can give the name. Now understand, firewall will going to handle all the networking device and multiple network. So all IP maybe you are able to remember or not. So here we have the option that you can specify the name and then IP address. So let's say I'm going to specify that firewall LAN interface IP. Okay, description if you want to give, let's say this is Bangalore branch firewall. Now this is totally optional, okay guys. This description if you want to configure or not, that is your choice. It is just for your understanding purpose. Otherwise name is there compulsory. Then you can see how you want to configure IP and net mask, entire IP range, IP with the wildcat mask. So simple option is what? IP and net mask. Like what? We are using IP address and subnet mask. So here configure that. From which series? Remember guys, here I told you 50 series of the 192.168. So that series I will take here 192.168 and 50. Now here we have any option because it's a private range. So I can use IP number 1, 2, 5, 10, whatever. it is depend on your topology. But what? Try to understand as a real scenario again, that mostly you will find .1 IP as a default gateway, first IP, or you will find .254, last IP as a default gateway. And according this scenario, suppose if you are using your firewall for edge device as a default gateway, then I will suggest either use 1 or 254. But suppose your firewall is a middle device, okay, it is just like a host, then you will use different IP. Here I am going to use 254, last IP from the default gateway. And also remember guys, that if you only specify the IP, then in background it will count like a /32, only one IP, not as a network. Generally in the router or switch also, when we configure the IP address in the VLAN or physical interface in router, then we are using IP address and subnet mask. Same option here, you need to specify the subnet mask, but this way. IP net mask option we selected, so IP address and subnet mask. Then we have tag option. If there is a small topology, tag option you can use or not necessary. Even in the big topology, it is not compulsory, but in big topology, I will suggest you can use the tag that is giving you color and everything. That we will discuss in the upcoming video. Right now, this is I'm not configure because not necessary. So just we given the name as a compulsory point and IP address, then description also optional and okay. So we also get the IP address. Now see guys, in the network, we configure the zone, and in the object, we configure the IP. Now these two is the minimum requirement to configure the interface. Now you can go to the interface, and here you have multiple interface. Okay, so just select any one interface, not randomly according to your topology. Here in our topology, later I will use 1/1 interface for LAN side. So that I am selecting here 1/1, click on that. Here interface type, as I told you guys, we require L3, so layer 3. Then configuration, you can see here security zone, LAN zone. Here you will see that option, okay guys. By default there is no option, so you will find none. If you create multiple other zone, you will find that option. Right now we only have the one LAN zone, so you will see that option. Even let's say by chance you forget to create zone, then you have option here, you can create from here. But generally I will suggest go step by step. And second option you have IP version 4. Here you can click on add and attach the address. Again same thing, if you already created IP address, it is visible. Otherwise you can create new. So click on this LAN IP address. Okay. And then we can click on OK. There are advanced options also there. Again, as a topology, step by step we'll discuss. Right now click OK. So this is what a basic config I show you guys. Same way, again you can go to the network in the zone. You can create the WAN zone. You can create the DMZ zone according to your topology. Again you can go to the object. You can create the different IP address according that interface. And again you can come back to the network and interface. You will do the same process for interface 2 and 3, whatever you want to keep in the WAN and DMZ. Okay. So this whole thing, entire topology will discuss step by step. Today what we discuss, simple how to create a zone, how to create an address, and how we can configure the interface by attaching zone and address. In next video, we'll make a proper topology and I will show you the security policy and all real scenario structure. If you like this video informative, give us a subscribe and share this video. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.